Hello everybody, Looney Farm Guy here with a new mod test for Wednesday, July 27th. Yes, and this is the Claas crop sensor by Vertex Dezign, 2.88 megabytes to download. This is for all platforms, and as I am on PS5, 3 slots. Now, to be quite upfront about it, it is really a reskin of the base game Asaria Pro crop sensor. However, there are some differences aside from the Claas colors and branding, which is nice if you want to match it up with your Claas tractor. And so let's have a look at it. It'll be under Tools and Miscellaneous. And whoa, we passed it by already. There it is, crop sensor, the Claas crop sensor. Basically, it's just slightly cheaper than the base game one, $23,499. And as for specs, 11 miles per hour, it is the same. And here it is, 150 kilograms. We have an option of warning signs, yes or no. So the European style warning signs on there for an extra $500. And if you are familiar at all with this crop sensor in the base game, this one has omitted the weight, additional weight options. So this is it. You cannot add extra weights to this. So thus the slot count is less actually than the base game. The base game one is 11 slots. This is only 3. Now, I will briefly show you how this works, and if you want a more detailed, more detailed video about how these crop sensors work and how to use them, I will link a video in the description to my crop sensor tutorial video if you're thinking of using these. These are only for precision farming, so if you do not use precision farming, you will not be able to use this crop sensor. Now, having said all of those wonderful things, I have prepared a field here of wheat, and if we get our windows open here, help windows and so forth, well, first of all, let's just show you how to, you can get in. And as you can see, you have to fold it to disconnect. So to connect it, you just drive up to it and press the X. It will connect to the front. The front is where it should go, not on the back, because you're going to pull fertilizing equipment behind you. It is for fertilizer only, and I will briefly discuss that in a moment. L1 and X unfolds it, and L1 and R1, and square turns it on and off, and that's pretty much it. So, a brief description: this unit helps put fertilizer, or it will, how should I say this? This unit senses the needs of the fertilizer for each plant. It senses the plant's need for fertilizer and thus transmits that to the whatever fertilizer, granular or liquid, and it will put on a precise amount of fertilizer that is needed for that particular spot in the field. For this to work, you need to have the plants growing. It cannot be done on bare field or just freshly planted field. There has to be green leaves visible for the sensor to work. So let's get in. If we go over to our precision farming, and we have our soil types. So you see we have a different soil types, so that will require different amounts of fertilizer. And if we go to our nitrogen, you can see this spot here has none. We have done a couple of strips normally, and it has put on a very close amount of nitrogen. As you can see, it says it's perfect, but we can make it more perfect if you know what I mean. Now, all right, so we're in the truck, or in the tractor. We've started it up. We want to now go to the L1 and R1, turn on the crop sensor, right? So now it is sensing the crop in front of us. Now we go to our sprayer, and this will work with liquid or a granular, remember, and we turn it on, and now as we drive forward, it will sense the crop ahead of it, and it will apply exactly the amount needed for that crop. And a worker will do it too. It will only do it to a maximum of 11 miles per hour. So no matter how fast whatever fertilizer unit you are either pulling behind or trailing behind you, it will only go to a maximum of 11 miles per hour. Now we're going to stop the worker here for a moment, and we're going to spin around, and we're going to go back over what I have already fertilized previously before using the crop sensor, right? So we turn it on now, and we go forward. It's here. It's still good. Nothing needed. And at some point, no, not this spot. It's a little bit tricky. So here it's saying that we have put enough on. Yeah. So, oh, there it's found a little spot. And there it is. See that? Just the tiniest little bit. All right, there we go. I was getting worried. So it will, as you can see, it is now detecting a few spots where it actually found a few bits where it's just giving a little bit to top it off. And I was getting worried there for a second. But you can see how, okay, so you can do it one way or the other, but if you go over it with the crop sensor and the turned on and fertilizer, it will give a more precise application of fertilizer, or make it even more perfect than you could before. And that is a brief explanation and a demonstration of how this crop sensor and the other crop sensors in the precision farming family works. And that's the Claas crop sensor by Vertex Dezign, 2.88 megabytes to download, 3 slots on console. I'm Lily Farm Guy, and remember, it's only a game. So till next time, bye for now.